Welcome to this month's edition of Send It Sessions. Yeah, and this month we've got a treat for you because this one is all about speed, the prince of speed. So we've obviously had some big records getting broken and stuff, and we thought who better to tell us about what actually happened down there than this man.
Roving reporter for Windsurfing.TV, Simon Pettifer, here in La Palma.
Simon Pettifer, yeah, one of the biggest characters in the UK windsurfing scene and the speed scene, the other half of Jenna Gibson. Yes, and he's going to tell us in his own words, his full account, strap in, because it's long, about his experience from the Prince of Speed.
So the idea was that Jenna would go and break another record. She was going to fly down there, and we looked into it all, and it was going to cost quite a bit, including hiring the car and then having to stay in proper accommodation. She asked if I'd drive her down, so the plan was I'd drive her down on the Saturday and get like a super cheap flight. It was like 20-30 euros back from Carcassonne to Bournemouth, you know, and go to work on Monday, having driven Jen for 10 hours, which I wouldn't mind. And I got to thinking, why should she have all the fun? So, yeah. I was like, well, I will drive you down. We'll drive down with you, rather. But I'm not coming back on the Sunday. I will make an effort to get the time off work and have 5 days on the speed strip down there. Very understanding boss with 1 day's notice, and it was decided that was it, we're going. I wasn't going to race, Jenna was going to go and compete, and I was just going to go down, blow the cobwebs out. I haven't been on a speedboard since I broke my leg in December on the way back from Luderitz. So that was the plan. That was made on Thursday. Finished work Friday, packed the van, took all the slalom boards out, put all the speed boards in, all the small sails, everything to do with speed, checked all the fins, everything done. Sit down for dinner on Friday night, eating a salad, of all things, and yeah, my tooth broke. Tooth back here, what a big chunk of tooth came out. Oh, shit. I don't really want to go to France for a week with a broken tooth. First thing Saturday morning, emergency dentist. Few £100 later, and I got a lovely shiny new tooth. Anyway, repaired it all good. Panic over. Last thing we got to do. So the ferry is on Sunday morning from Poole, so at home at 8 o'clock, I think it was. Last thing we do is like, should really take a spare speedboard just in case something happens. You never know, hit a sandbank, whatever. Then I remember I've lent a board to Jim Crosley. So, no problem. Drive to Ringwood Saturday night. It's only 25 minutes away. Driving to Ringwood. On the way to Ringwood from Poole, the van goes into limp mode. Engine warning lights on. Jesus Christ. We bring a friend, mechanic, sorts the van out normally. Gav very kindly lets us take it around his house at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday evening. Gav manages to fix the van. Like, thank you, Gav. Fuses have blown, etc. Fuses have melted, in fact. He sorts it all out. We leave his house at 11 o'clock Saturday night. Right, that's it. Nothing else can go wrong. Broken tooth, broken van. Cool. Early night. Get up at 6 o'clock, whatever, for the ferry on Sunday morning. Just as we're about to board, all of a sudden, ladies with clipboards start coming out. Ferry's broken. It's like, oh, fuck. They're like, yeah, you'd have to drive to Portsmouth. No, there should be space on the ferry at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, same day. Instead of getting to France at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to get there at like 10:30 at night. Nothing can be done about this. Managed to get on the ferry. Managed to sleep on the ferry as well, which is good. At this point, we're not too stressed. I'm not stressed because I'm not competing. Jenna's not stressed because she's like, well, we're only going to miss the warm-up day. Not that good. It's like nice direction. It's windy. It's not super windy. No one's going to break any records, so we're missing nothing. It's fine. I'm like, okay, cool. I think we drove to about 12 o'clock. Jenna says, do you mind if I go? Maybe it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. 12 o'clock, she says, I'm going to go to bed in the back of the van whilst I drive. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Whatever you do, please don't drive too long. Okay, cool. So she goes to bed. I've slept on the ferry, so I'm kind of all right. Right, I'll drive for as long as I can. I ended up driving until 5:30 in the morning, crawl into the back of the van, go to sleep. Jen wakes up, I think about 8 o'clock, and starts driving whilst I try and sleep in the back of the van. Finally get to Narbonne, just away from La Palmas. At this point, I'd like the van rocking. It's like, it's pretty windy. And I'm thinking, it's warm-up day. Does seem fairly windy. Jen's still not bothered. I don't know. For those of you that don't know Jen, she's quite a calm person. Nice new road down to the beach. Down the beach. Look at the water, and you know what it's like. You get to the beach, you're like, it's whitecaps. Drove down the road, I was like, ooh, whoa, that's a lot of whitecaps. Jesus, it's windy. Really proper windy. It's like, drive onto the beach at La Palme. Principe's there, comes straight to the window. He's like, oh, it's been an epic day.
Boonga boonga! Forever speed!
Yeah, forever speed!
Heidi's broken the world record. Cedric Boards has broken the world record. At this point, Jen looks at me and she looks a bit deflated. She's a bit like, oh. Literally everyone's like, it's been amazing. But it's shit now. You know, the old windsurfer, you should have been here earlier. So, yeah, we should have been there earlier. So I'm like, right, Jen, let's get on the water now. At this point as well, I had a bit of a change of heart. I thought, this looks really good. Maybe I should enter. Anyway, I speak to Prince Pay and he's like, yeah, you can enter. If you want, you can enter. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. Late entry and all. At La Palme, you know, it's not a straight line. There are little like inlets and there are little sandbars that stick out, and there can be sandbars away from the beach as well. So the first run's always a bit tentative, a bit nervous. I said to Jen, just take it easy. Because, yeah, you don't want to go hitting a sandbar on your first run on what was meant to be the warm-up day. So Jen does, sails for a bit, jumps off, checks the depth, sails for a bit more, jumps off, checks the depth, sails for a bit more, jumps off, checks the depth. Like, that's the right thing to do. I didn't really do that. I'm not as clever as Jen. So, yeah. Anyway, a few of the guys come back out. I see Cedric go. Now, I've sailed with Cedric a few times. I trust him. I see him go for a run. I'm like, right, well, tell you what better thing to do to find the day? I'll just follow someone else. Can't go wrong, right? So Cedric water starts, off he goes. I give him a few seconds because I'm probably not going to catch him. He's just broken the world record, let's face it. So I give him a few seconds, like 10 seconds, whatever. Water start, go behind him. Do a nautical mile, first one. The other runs I'd done were like, 500 metres, 600-700 metres, something. So I go down behind Cedric. I'm like, well, felt pretty good. It was quite easy. Like there's some nice gusts in it. There were some big holes in it as well, I thought. So Cedric carves up into the wind, gets off. I come up behind Cedric, carves in the wind. He's like, oh, yeah, it's not bad. I can't remember what he got. I think he had a 41 something. So obviously nowhere near the record, the world record he just made. Like a couple of 3 knots away from what he'd done in the morning. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did a 40 point, I think it said 40.5 on my watch. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. That's a PB for me. I'm pretty happy with that. I was trying to say what the what's the British record? I'm thinking Val's got it maybe like. He's like, I think it's 39 something. I'm like, nah, like, it can't be. I'm like, 39. I'm like, well, I've just done 40 and a half. He's like, what? I'm not. Come on. I'm like, because we talked about entering. You better enter then, hadn't you? Because you might have got the record. I'm like, oh. Then I check out what the British record is. Turns out Dave White has the British record. Dave White has had the British record for about 27 years. So it's an old record, 39.9, I think it was. I think he did it in Walvis Bay in Namibia. At the same time, Jenna's sort of getting a bit braver, doing longer runs, realising that it's kind of okay. Now this is true as well. I think Jenna she only did 2 runs on this day. She did lots of runs, but I think she only did 2 nautical miles, maybe 3.
Hurricane born to crush my bones, could have found me underground. Fell into me like a weightless ghost, turned to velvet smoke.
Jenna suddenly starts doing a run. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty quick. And comes back, she's like, oh, I've done 40 knots. I'm like, oh, you've broken the world record then. So, yeah.
What is unbelievable, Scott? The British Jenna Gibson.
She comes to me. I love to drown inside her flame. She comes to me.
Again, we don't have it on the course. You have to wait until the end of the, well, you don't have to wait till the end of the day. You speak to Principe, checks the video footage, tells you your actual score over the official measured distance. He checks hers, she's got a world record. That's like, wow, amazing. So this warm-up day turns into a day where I think Heidi broke the world record. Heidi broke her own world record. Cedric broke the world record. Jenna broke the world record. I got a national record. I think Thomas Moldenhauer from Germany. I think he broke a record as well, the German record, I think. But Gunnar also broke the German record. No, Gunnar broke it first, I think. Then Thomas broke the old record, and then Gunnar broke it again. So we've got the British record, the German record, 1, 2, 3 world records. Vincent Walters broke the Belgian record. I think that could have been it for records that day. Quite special to me to go away and break a record. I didn't think that was going to happen. I've got to be honest. I didn't plan on doing it at all. I just planned on being caddy. been to La Palma a few times. Obviously, Deafy Wind is just up the road. We've been to La Palma to the World Championships twice, but it's always at a different time of year. We figured with the wind coming off the mountains, it was going to be cold when it was windy. So we're like, oh, it's blowing 50 knots, so it'll be cooled down. It will have cooled down. Yeah, no, the wind was hot. The wind was hot. It just dries you out, and that you can't drink enough. It's just hot. So freaking hot. There is a pool at the campsite. Did you know that in France, you're not allowed to wear shorts in a pool? Not that they want you to go naked, mind, but they do want you to wear budgie smugglers. Oh, I bought a pair of budgie smugglers. I had to. Bought my first pair of budgie smugglers and went in the pool. The pool was bloody lovely. I think it was on the Thursday, I fell asleep in the pool. It was hot. I was tired. Yeah, cracking.
Listen to those noisy crickets.
Day 3 was supposed to be windy. So yeah, we get to the beach pretty early, day 3. I think we got there no, we didn't. I think we got there maybe 9 o'clock actually. It was windy, like much windier than the day before. Saturn was proper flying, but there were waves, which is the problem. Then I think Jen I rigged a 5.2, I rigged 5.5, both on 45 wide boards, 21 centimetre F-hot asymmetric fins. But as far as we were concerned, it wasn't going to be a record-breaking day. It wasn't just the waves as well. For some, I think where it was so windy, I think this is what happens. So the beach isn't straight; it's got little bits that stick out, and there was sand blowing like pretty high, and it blows straight into the water, obviously. So the sandbars move, they don't just stay in the same place; they move, and so that was making it pretty sketchy. There's a little, like a lane almost, that you want to be sailing in, real close to the beach, normally. And sometimes it's better to go closer to the beach to not hit the bottom than it is to go out. Sometimes if you go out, you're going to hit the bottom. You only get to know this on each day. Like obviously it's not always the same, it does change. So on this day, you'd be sailing like whatever, this far from the beach, let's say. Bit more than that probably. And you're sailing along, and all of a sudden, a lump appears. You see it in front of you, but you're approaching it 40 odd knots, right? So you're approaching it quick. You can't really go out. You can't really go that way. All you can do is hope it doesn't peak as you go over it. So if you go over a little lump, it's okay, but if it peaks, because they're proper little peeling waves, like perfectly formed waves, like jaws for guinea pigs. Antoine has also turned up. Day 2, Antoine's there as well now. The big man. So the big man's turned up. Obviously, he wasn't bothered by the extra few knots of wind. I'm not sure at what point it all happened, but basically, even though it wasn't as flat, and even though there were these sandbars, it was just tricky knowing the depth. You're not supposed to be scared of speed sailing, but it can be a little bit sometimes. But it's the not knowing, right? obviously we all queue up, right? And a gust comes and you sort of look around and you sort of see who's going to go. Like sometimes the gust's not big enough for someone, sometimes it's too big for someone. And I was going to go, then Heidi went in front of me. Fair enough. And I'm like, no one was going behind her, sort of thing. So I waited a bit, went behind Heidi, and it's like, oh, it's quite a nice run actually. Like, got a lovely gust through the start, like bit of a lull, then another massive gust. Like, board was absolutely fine, nice. And then ahead of me, I could see Heidi, and I could see she'd hit a hole. I'm like, oh, she's hit it, I'm going to hit it in a second as well. But then she went again. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not too bad. And I didn't really hit that hole, sort of thing. I just carried on going. Maybe it's my extra 20, 30 kilos, whatever it is, I weigh more than I do. But I didn't really hit it. And then it stayed. And I'm like, oh, this is quite a good run, I think. Like, still super comfy. Like I say, the fastest runs are the comfiest runs. Getting towards the end of the mile. The mile takes quite a long time. I don't actually know how long it does take, but you know, I don't know. I know it, like when you're at Speed Week, maybe the Speed Week and you do the 500, sometimes feels like a long time if it's choppy. But the mile, like that's a long time to not hit a lull, and to keep the board in the right trim. Maybe 100 meters from the end, maybe a bit more than that. I suddenly see Heidi hit a huge hole. And she just starts to come off the plane slightly, and she slowly carves. She's got no choice but to carve up, and goes down, carves up into wind, and she doesn't even finish her run. Like, so that's how light it was. I'm like, bollocks. Again, I don't know what happened. I'm like, boom. Although I hit the hole, I carried on going, made it to the finish. I get in the van. We have a van that takes us back up the beat, up the wind, because you don't want to be sailing a mile back upwind. You end up quite far out at sea with all the weight jackets on. It's difficult. I was like, how was your run? And she said, it was terrible, wasn't it, that hole at the end? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty bad, but I actually got a 41.28, which is like, I don't know, 3/4 of a knot quicker than my run the day before. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've broken the record again. She's like, oh wow, you know, lucky you.
Only are the voices that sing for yesterday.
Same thing happens to Jen. Not too sure what point it happens to Jen. Jen's banging the runs in. Like, Jen's got like a beautiful stance always, and she's just fatting down the course. And again, she breaks the record. What speed did she get? I should know this, shouldn't I? I should definitely know this. I don't. I'm going to go and write them down. Second day, Jenna upped hers to 40.26, I think, and I upped mine to 40.56. Still quite close. I'm not surprised Jenna's close. Her stance is freaking amazing. She's a super fast sailor. She's so talented. Yeah, well done, babe.
Telling the same stories to make the moment last.
Prince of Faye, the Prince of Speed. Fucking amazing, man. He does so much for speed windsurfing. At the moment, there's no one else. Well, obviously, sorry, there's Luderitz as well, of course. But in Europe, and apart from Luderitz, Speed Week as well, way more Speed Week. Oh, sorry. But for international speed events, Prince of Speed is the one. Prince Pay and his girlfriend Vanessa work super hard. They do a lot of work speaking to the politicians and the local authorities, getting us permission to go down to the beach so you can drive down there. Just arranging it all, because at the end of the day, speed events are tricky, right? No one wants to enter a speed event if there's no wind. kind of feel like I've not said enough about my blinking girlfriend. She's gone to Fuerteventura, right? So she's not here. So I'm having to do this on my own. It would have been nicer to do it with her. Mind you, she's pleased she's not here. She's not the biggest fan of the camera. I mean, I know I talk a lot, but I'm not a fan of the camera either. But Jen, so because I'm doing all the talking, I'm sorry if I've missed out some of the facts. Got a memory like shite.
Falling from my chest, always knew I could be someone. I am my father's son.
The way Jenna and I approach speed is slightly different. She's got like a finesse. Like I say, she checks the depth. I'll just follow someone else with no brain. Sorry, Cedric. I'll follow someone else with no brains down the course and hope for the best. Normally it works. Yeah. Jenna checks the depth. Jenna checks everything. She checks her trim. She checks her rig. She's a professional. Yeah, she does an amazing job. I've also missed something else out. Crashes. On the second day of wind. Oh. So it was getting shallow. And I said to Jenna, please be careful, babe. Like, I did one run and I sailed down. I'm like, oof. Like, I saw sand, like, not through the water. I thought I saw dry sand, like, just beneath. I'm like, don't know how I got over that. And then I come in, I said to a few of the other guys, like Gunnar, I'm like, pretty shallow, Gunnar. He's like, yeah. And then Cedric's like, yeah, I caught my fin, but like, somehow I didn't catapult. I'm like, okay, definitely getting a bit twitchy now. Not long after that, Thomas from Germany, he catches his fin, massive catapult, breaks his beam, doesn't break himself somehow. Still an effort. Thomas is like, I think Thomas is 60, might even be older, but he acts like a freaking 35-year-old. And yeah, massive crash, totally fine. Heidi also had a big crash. I didn't see any of these. I saw Thomas's on video. Heidi also had a really big crash, I think, caught the sand. Basically, any crash over 40 knots is going to be a big crash, right? Heidi had a big crash, and also the big man, Antoine, had a massive crash, apparently. All three of them totally fine, which is good. But yeah, at that point, Principe's cans it for the day, like, no more crashes. Prince of Speed does the Fattle Cup in September, down in the Palm, where we've just come from. I'm sure it'll be absolutely epic. Might go to that, could go to that. There's Weymouth Speed Week. Oh, I mean, I think Ben and Alfie should come to Weymouth Speed Week. Vote for Ben and Alfie to come to Speed Week. Or click in the box. There'll be a box just here. I think that's what they do. Did we mention the kite surfer? I suppose we mentioned the kite surfer. He did break a record. Robbie from America. Bull of a man. What I liked about the kite surfing is it made a nice noise. Like, windsurfing makes a freaking epic noise with speed sailing. It's like an unreal noise. It's amazing. When the kite goes past you and you're on the beach, it goes, well, no, it's worse. It's better than that. I've got to stop this now.